Hello students, welcome back to this video. So we are doing the chapter Internet Services, and now we'll start the social networking topic. Social networking focuses on building online communities of people who share interests and or activities. So you are familiar with social networking websites, right? Nowadays we all have social networking, okay, because we all want to connect with our friends and relatives through internet. So social networking is possible only by internet. So these websites are used by millions of people regularly to communicate and share information. So so social networking have different websites. So with these websites millions of people are connected with each other. Social networking sites are more popular with teenagers and young adults. Am I correct? So teenagers means like the age group of your, okay, teenagers, and young adults, those who are grown up more than 18 years. So social networking are now very popular among these type of people. These sites have become the place to meet people and build links from links more intimate than the ones brought about by chatting online. So chatting online is different thing, but it become more popular than chatting online, okay, these sites, because we can meet people and we can share many things. There are hundreds of social networking sites on the internet. Examples of some very popular social networking sites are myspace.com, facebook.com, and twitter.com, now instagram.com. There are many websites are there, okay. So the most popular nowadays is what? Facebook. Facebook was founded by Mark Zuckerberg. Okay, so Mark Zuckerberg has founded this Facebook website. Was launched in February 2004. A user has to register before using this website, after which he/she may create a personal profile, add other users as friends. You know this? So you have to create an Facebook account. You have to register there. Then you can create your profile. Then after that you can add your friends, okay. Then after that you can add photos, videos, many things are there, exchange messages, talk with your friends. The site also provides automatic notification when a friend updates his or her profile, so you will get the updates whatever your friend is doing. Additionally, users may join common user interest groups organized by various workplaces and schools or colleges. So there are many communities also, groups also, many pages also, where many communities join together, many school colleges join together. So this is about Facebook. The next famous social networking website is Twitter. And Twitter is a social networking and micro blogging service. So see, this is social networking website, but also it is a micro blogging service also. So in some previous videos I have taught about the blogging, right? What is blog, what is blogging? So blogging, so this is a micro blogging website also. Micro means it is not actual blogging website, that's why it is small blogging website, that's why it is called micro blogging service. This allows you to communicate with your friends or followers by sending short text messages, okay. Here also you can communicate with your friends and followers, and you can write. Here there is a limitation of characters in length, so 140 characters only you can write, okay, the message. So this whatever message you write here in Twitter, these are called tweets, okay. Now next is benefits of social networking sites. So there are many benefits also, and disadvantages also, okay, right, about social networking sites. So what are the benefits? They provide a good way to make connection with people of similar interests, so we can connect with many people. It is a very easy way to connect. Making new friends and connecting with old friends has become very easy, right? So you can make new friends also, and you can find your old friends also, okay. These sites offer a great platform for advertisers to market their products and their services to their subscribers. So here the market advertisements can also be given, okay. Some commercial things can be done also here. The marketing, the advertisement of many products also done here, services also done here, so that people can know about all these things. So these are the benefits of social networking sites. Now, how to stay safe on social networking site? This is a very important thing. You have to be safe also in these sites. Otherwise, people will steal or hack your personal things. So how to stay safe? Do not post private information like mobile phone number, home address, etc. on social networking sites. Do not post all these things because these are very sensitive things. Your phone number and home address. If any bad person collect this information, and he can do any bad things with you. That's why. Next, you can also adjust your privacy settings on social networking sites so as to control who can access your information. That means you can make your account private so that only your friends or relatives can only see your profile, your photos, your videos. Okay, you can set it private so that you have the control who can see it, who cannot see it. Okay, so these are two important things you should take care of. Now next, last topic of this chapter, that is cloud computing. What is called cloud computing? So one student had asked me in earlier some days ago, what is cloud computing? So cloud computing is a very new technology. Okay, it is a technology that uses the internet and central remote servers to store and maintain data and applications. So it is a technology that uses internet. Obviously it will use internet and central remote servers, the far off servers which are very far from you, the central remote servers, to store and maintain data. So it will store your data and maintain your data and applications, whatever you save. That means nowadays there is no limitation of storing data, there is no inconvenient. So if you have big data, you are working with big data, or you have one computer whose hard disk is full, so where do you store everything? Okay, so that you can use after 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, where? So you can save it in cloud computers. That is called cloud computing. It will store your data and it will maintain your data. Okay, it will not delete. So it allows users to use application without installation and access their personal files at any computer. So no need to install or store in any file, any data on any computer. Okay, it will store in cloud. It allows efficient computing with the help of centralized storage, memory and processing. So your data will be stored centralized somewhere, okay, in some servers, so that you can use it anytime, anywhere. So it will store properly, memory management is proper and processing is also proper. And examples of cloud computing is ThinkFree and Microsoft Office Live. So these are the examples. Microsoft Office Live gives access to an entire suite of applications like word processor, spreadsheet, presentation, publishing program available in the cloud. So all these applications are available in the cloud and it is the service of Microsoft Office Live. The user needs an internet connection obviously to access this application and store data in cloud. So you need internet connection to access your data, access your applications, and all these things are stored in cloud. ThinkFree. Now next program is what? ThinkFree. It is also a free program, free software. Online gives access to a set of office programs that do not have to be installed on your personal computer. So you do not need to install this in your personal computer. You can write, save, share and open office documents online. Understood? Cloud computing is believed to have enormous potential. So it's very powerful. And it is expected that by 2020, so 2020 is already gone, it is old edition, okay, I think. So it is expected that by 2020, most people would be able to access software application online. So obviously we use our software application online. We don't need to install in our computer and share and access information through remote servers, through networks, instead of depending on software and files on your personal system. So instead of depending on our personal system, means on our personal computer, we can access our information, our data in the cloud. So that is called cloud computing. So our future is what? Of cloud computing, because everything are stored in cloud nowadays. Okay, so students, in this way our chapter internet services is complete now. Okay, I think you have understood the chapter completely. So it's a very big chapter, many topics are there. So study all the topics nicely. Okay.